First day of spring, March 20th, Friday, 2015. I think you'd be mistaken if I told you today was the first day of spring, because it's snowing out, and it's been snowing all day since about 8 o'clock this morning. It's been snowing since 8 o'clock. It's a wet snow. Temperatures have been steady around 32, 33, 34 degrees. And we have a heavy wet snow falling, which has been falling all day. And it's been sticking mostly on grassy surfaces, with the roads just a lot of slushed over. But you can see the snow's coming down actually really good right now. I'd say we got around 2 inches of snow right now. My forecast called for a coating of 2 inches, and we actually might end up with a little more, because the rain snow line is actually to our south by a few miles, and it might get here really shortly. So I'm just getting a video out before it changes over, before it potentially changes over, because it was supposed to be rain by noon. Cold air's hung out, and it's been snowing all day. This relentless winter continues. 3 years in a row now that we've had snowstorms in March. Last year we had 15 inches of snow out of 3 different storms in March. This year so far we had a 7-inch snowstorm in early March, and today's the 20th, and we have another 2 at least on the ground. And then in 2013 we had 3 to 4 inches of snow out of 1 storm. So these last 3 winters, or these last 3 springs, have been really cold. Have been cold, mostly below average. And when I look at the temperatures for the next week or week to 2 weeks, it looks pretty cold, mainly in the 40s with a few days in the 50s. And just to show you how warm it's been over the last week here, I mean, we've been in the 50s, 60s, and on Thursday we hit 73, or was it Wednesday? One of the days this week we hit 73 degrees. And just to show you, look at this. There's a spider on the house here. I bet he's confused. Just the other day it was 73 degrees. And for a week it's been 50s, 60s, and that 73 degree day. So the weather's up and down here. I put up the birdhouses the other day. And this is the 3rd year in a row that I've put up birdhouses, and then after putting up the birdhouses, it snows on them. This will probably bring our season total to around 27, 28 inches for the year. So far we're at 26, I think. But, I mean, snow in March is becoming ordinary now. It's not out of the ordinary anymore to get snow in March here these last three years. We've had our biggest storm of this winter this March. We got 7 inches. The lens is wet. All right. What an amazing winter this has been, and last winter. I mean, these last 2 winters here have been record-breaking cold and record-breaking snowfall. Boston broke their all-time snowfall record in a season. They're over 108 inches now for the year, and the record was 107, which was or was it 106? 106 or 107 in 1995-96 winter. Boston got like 60 or 60 plus inches of snow in just the month of February, and I think in 3 weeks they had over 4 feet of snow up there. And they still got 2 feet on the ground, so they got a long way before they're thawed out too, and they've been very cold lately. Everybody thought spring was here, that when the past week it was in the 60s and 70s, but it's not. I mean, my dad just planted his bushes the other day, and now they got snow on them. Before last winter, the year before and the year before that, we had very little snow. It was less than 10 inches both years, I think. The ground was only white for like a short period of time. They were warm winters, 2011, 12, 2012, 13. Those were warm winters and very warm and hot springs and summers. But the last 3 have been very cold and filled with snowfall. The last 2 winters have been very cold and full of snowfall. Snowstorms affecting Philadelphia, New York City, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, New York, and southern New England. Boston could get another inch or two out of this same system. And models, some of the forecast models still want to show snow later this month, and in the first week of April, they want to show snow. And that wouldn't surprise me, because last April 2014, our last snowfall fell on April 13th or April 14th, one of those days, where we got a dusting. So it's not surprising with these cold patterns that we're in these last 2 winters. It's not surprising they get snow this late into the year. So the warm temperatures and the sun angle is actually keeping the snowfall down. I mean, if it was in the 20s and snowing today, we'd probably have 4 or 5 inches on the ground right now. But since the ground's warm from the last few days and the sun angle's higher, the accumulations are put down a bit. So the roads are just slushy. Pull out the ruler here. About 1.5 inches right here. About 1.5 inches of snow. And this snow is a wet snow. It's very wet. You can make a perfect snowball, snowman, whatever you want to call it with it. Yeah, we got about 1.5 inches right now. I'm hoping we can get 2 before it changes over to rain or before the storm ends. So that's the update from Mays Landing, New Jersey. Friday, March 20th, 2015.